Hey guys, my name is TheRussianBadger, and I'm going to go ahead and explain that to you. Okay, number one, what happens is sometimes when I join a game, it just instantly saves, and when it saves, it freezes, and when my game freezes while it's saving, I get knifed in the back by a gentleman with the gamer tag of "You licked my balls," and that's wonderful. I get knifed by him, and then I'm stuck in this time paradox, space-time continuum where I can't move. I'm running around in a circle, but I'm also staying in one place. I don't know what happened. But, moral of the story, a gentleman by the name of "You Licked My Balls" now has my dog tags for all of eternity. So, that's wonderful, isn't it? Now, this specific gameplay is going to be fulfilling two different requests. On the first Harvest Day video, named, actually, Harvest Day, that I uploaded, a lot of you requested the F2000, so I definitely wanted to get a video for you with this specific weapon. And then on the second video that I called Schmarvestag, and I thought the second, if it was going to be a second consecutive video of Harvest Day, I was going to just put Schmarvest Day, like Harvest Day, Schmarvest Day, but then I did Schmarvestag instead, and it's not Schmarvestag. Whoever thought it was something with tag or some kind of elementary game, it was not. And hopefully most of you guys know what tag means. But yes, fulfilling two different requests with the F2000 and Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal was the other request on that second Harvest Day video, so the F2000 and the map of Heavy Metal were the two requests that I'm fulfilling right now, but I think there was a miscommunication. I'm not sure if you guys wanted it on Conquest or you guys wanted it in Squad Deathmatch, so if you guys would like to see it on Conquest, definitely inform me of that. But if you have any further requests in terms of maps from the new map pack that you would like to see me play on, please specify the game type. I mean, that would make my job a lot easier because you can play multiple game types on a lot of these new maps, so please inform me of that. And here it was a little bit odd. I come around, and I was expecting them to come through the right doorway, but they were just all of a sudden there, and I kind of failed with my pistol, but fear not, the 40mm grenade launcher, aka Noob Tube, is there to rescue me. And the reason that I was playing with absolute randoms in this specific game is because my mic was broken, and for some reason I don't enjoy playing with others that are on my friends list or others that I know quite well without a mic. My Astro Ray 40s are malfunctioning for some reason. I think it's something to do with the cords, because my setup is an absolute bowl of spaghetti when it comes to cords, and I think that really paints a picture for you. So I decided just to hop in a game with some randoms, and I believe these two gentlemen were Hispanics, and then one other Hispanic joined, but they literally could not say Badger. And I know that sounds weird, but I literally got called the Russian Burger, the Russian Bird, the Russian Burglar, and the Russian Backstabber. I really don't know which of those they really used most frequently, but I was called all of those names. So they were quite enjoyable to play with, and I mean, they got their fair share of kills. I'll definitely give them that. They weren't awful teammates. They were actually quite proficient in their ability to kill, so I was definitely very excited about that. And the reason on Heavy Metal that I stick to this side of the map is because on the other sides of the map, the other spawn points, oftentimes, I mean, this is just personal experience, but I always run into some catfish that just spawns right behind me and just knifes me in the back when I clearly was in the best position, but they just happen to spawn behind me in some of the other locations around the map. But I notice if I stay in this upper, I can't give you a direction. I can't like lick my finger and hold it up and see, oh, that's the west because the wind is coming from the east. I really can't tell which corner this is, whether it's the western or the eastern corner. But this back corner, it's the section where I experienced the smallest amount of people spawning behind me, so that's something that I really enjoy, and that's why I stick on this side of the map. And also, too, the F2000 is so wonderful after the patch, and I don't know why people didn't even like it. I mean, even before the patch, I still liked it, but I just didn't use it as frequently as others because I had something against the high rate of fire, and I really thought that I would only be great using a high rate of fire if it was the MG3. And I really didn't know this, but before the patch, a lot of people actually considered the MG3 quite the catfish weapon because I believe it had some kind of damage per second output that was higher than any of the others. But I basically stick on this side of the map and give me yo sandwich. Oh no, I forgot. This is where he kills me, and that's awful. I try to use some kind of new catchphrase and I get shot in the face. That's wonderful. No, but I do eventually spawn, and you're gonna see wonderful spawn point. Just turn to your right and revenge kill. I hope you enjoyed that. You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what happens to me so frequently on other sections of the map. Oh, I'm just going to be a catfish and spawn in here. I'm just going to spawn you right here so you just get a revenge kill right away. That's splendid. Thank you very much, Dice. But I'm not trying to criticize the spawns. Spawns are always going to be a little bit odd in squad deathmatch because obviously you've got 4 teams to manage. It's not just 2. So it's definitely more difficult on their part. And just to re-emphasize, if you guys have not yet tried, and there I go, he came back for a revenge kill, I believe, but not usually a smart idea, like ever. And you see, that's the other component that I'm talking about. You're gonna see, I believe I kill even more than that guy. I believe I believe I kill more than one gentleman over in that corner where they spawn, but like I said, it's difficult to manage 4 different teams and 4 different spawn points, and this level is just difficult. It is just difficult because, number one, you're going to have a lot of gentlemen lurking in buildings, just absolute building monsters. And I was asked this recently. I don't remember what it specifically was, but it's something like if someone's hiding or flying. I don't know what it was. It was something like if someone's hiding in flying spaghetti or someone's flying and hiding in spaghetti, what does that make him? Obviously, that would make him into a spaghetti monster, but I really can't think of an environment currently in Bad Company 2 where spaghetti is present, so I don't think there are any spaghetti monsters in this game. But if there are spaghetti monsters, I definitely think that I could kill them, undoubtedly, because I ain't afraid of no ghosts, as the great... Was he Roman? Was Aristotle Roman or Greek? That's bad that I don't know that, but I believe that's a direct quotation from Aristotle himself, is that I ain't afraid of no ghosts. So if you'd like to remember some memorable quotes, definitely take down some Aristotle. And here you're going to see, I believe it's here. Is it here? No, I think it's later on, where you're going to see an absolute snipe with the F2000. And I never realized how efficient weapons could be with low rates of fire at longer ranges. And that's more so personified and manifested. Well, it's not personified because personification is giving non-human objects or things human-like characteristics, and that's totally the wrong uses of a literary device. But the manifestation of sniping at longer ranges with high rates of fire would obviously be SMGs, but like I said, the F2000 can definitely do it at longer ranges, but the PP2000 also does it very well. It can definitely hit long-range targets because of the lack of recoil. And another thing, well, another gun that I would probably identify is the MG3. If you put an ACOG in the MG3, you can definitely hit a lot of long-range targets if you just tap fire. I was also surprised by that, and that same sort of characteristic also applies to the F2000, and that's another reason that I really like it quite a bit. And for some reason, I don't really like it as much with the ACOG. I can definitely deal with the iron sights, and red dot is particularly my favorite. But I don't always feel the need to run lightweight or the other grenade packages because it's not really worth it. I mean, I noticed that I usually perform better with a red dot sight compared to an iron sight, but the iron sight is definitely something that you can easily deal with. And you're going to see, the entire match I stick on this side, and I was also impressed with my teammates. I also told you about, the Russian burger, the Russian backstabber, the Russian burglar. I really don't know what they wanted to call me, but yet again, I get that same similar gentleman. Is his name Spiller Fan? Is he a fan of spilling things all over his lap? I bet I'm thinking about this logically, and I think if he's Spiller Fan, maybe he just knocks over a lot of glasses of milk at the dinner table. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure. But some of the gamer tags, well, technically they're not gamer tags. A lot of people correct me in that way. They're technically PSN accounts, right? PSN IDs. But it never ceases to amaze me, some of them. Like, I believe the best one that I've ever heard, and Sonic Chaos, no, I pointed this out to Sonic Chaos a while ago. The gamer tag literally was, I think it was Yammy McHampants, and obviously, oh, give me your sandwich. There's Spiller fan yet again, spilling the milk all over the floor. But I believe the best ones that I've ever heard are Yammy McHampants. Well, obviously this one isn't good, but you guys just previously saw it at the beginning of the video. You licked my balls, and oh, I remember back, I don't want to say back in the day, but when I played Bad Company 1, I literally ran into a player, and please excuse my language, his name literally was Eat a Shit Biscuit. There you have it. I mean, I always laugh at these. I'm never offended. I'm never ever offended. I always laugh at these. I always find them quite humorous. But that brings the game to an end, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Dankeschön und auf Wiedersehen oder bis bald. And I'm not going to say tschüss because apparently Germans don't actually say tschüss because tschüss is for girls. Das Mädchen. Okay, auf Wiedersehen.